Hello friends and welcome to Free Shiksha. Today I am going to start a new topic, permutation and combination. A lot of students find permutation and combination a very tough topic, but let me tell you, if you follow all the lectures that I am going to post in very diligently, then you will see a lot of improvement in your scores and number of questions that you are able to attempt now. Because this was one of my strongest topics, and all the knowledge that I had, I've pulled it in and just delivering it through these videos. So let's start straight away with the basics and defining the terms. Combination, which is equivalent to selection. So how can you pick a subset of items from a given set is what is dealt in combination. For example, in how many ways can you select a team of 3 players if you have 5 cricketers available is done through combination. So you have, say, Sachin, Lakshman, Dhoni, Yuvraj and Virat. You can select Sachin, Lakshman and Dhoni. You can select Sachin, Lakshman and Yuvraj, Sachin, Lakshman or Virat. So these are the different combinations that you can select, and this is what comes under combination. The point to note here is that the arrangement does not come under combination. What it means is that SLD is same as SDL. It's just rearranging the elements and nothing else. You are not selecting any new set of element here. The elements remain the same, you are just rearranging them. So these two are not two different items as far as combination is concerned, and similar is the case for DLS. These are the same items. Now talking about the permutation, it is selection plus arrangement. So how many different arrangements can you make from a given subset of items after selecting them from a bigger set? Let's take an example. In what different order can 3 batsmen come to bat out of 5? So you have the same 5 batsmen and you need to prioritize that these are the 3 batsmen that will play top of the order, and this is the arrangement in which they will come to bat. So first you need to select the 3 players out of 5, which comes under selection, and then they can also shuffle among themselves, and that comes under arrangement. So if you select Sachin, Lakshman and Dravid as your top 3 batsmen, the order can vary, and Dravid can come before Lakshman can come before Dravid. Of course, these two are different cases now as far as permutation is concerned. So permutation is nothing, it's combination plus arrangement, selection plus arrangement. So let's talk about the formulas here. If you have to select R items from N items, of course N being greater than or equal to R, you do it in NCR ways, and this is the formula to follow. N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial. So for our example, if you have to select 3 players out of 5, selections are made in 5C3 ways, and this is the calculation which you can make for 5C3. You can pause and have a look at it, it's not very difficult. Combination, the most important rule. This is a thumb rule and I want you guys to pay heed towards this rule. Never select items one by one. This leads to repetition. What I mean is that if you have to select 2 people out of 4, you can do it in 2 ways. You can select 2 at one go. So this will be 4C2, which is equal to 6, or you can select them one by one. So I can select one person out of the 4, then I'm left with 3, and then I select one more out of these 3, and this will be equal to 12, which is not equal to 6. Why is the difference here? Because in second case, when you're selecting one by one, you're actually repeating the same set also. So Sachin followed by Dravid and Dravid followed by Sachin are being considered 2 separate cases when you are going one by one. But in combination, these 2 are same. So I advise you not to select items one by one, and if you do select them one by one, always divide them by 2 to avoid the repetition. Arrangement is very simple. If you have R items, in how many ways can you shuffle them? It's R factorial. So if you have 3 items A, B, C, you can shuffle them in 3 factorial ways, which is equal to 6, and these are the possible rearrangements that you can have with ABC. Permutation, which is a mixture of selection and arrangement. So first you make a selection If you have to permute R items out of N, this is how you represent it, NPR, and which is equal to NCR. This is NCR. You can have a look at it. This is N factorial by R factorial into N minus R factorial. So this is selection and nothing else. Into R factorial. Now you have selected R items, and this is how you can rearrange them. And this R factorial gets cancelled with this R factorial, and you're left with N factorial by N minus R factorial. But I advise you not to learn this NPR formula. In fact, you can forget it completely. You just need to remember two things: that you first have to select a particular number of items in NCR ways, and then if you want, you can rearrange them in R factorial ways. This is how you should always go about permutation, and if you go about this way, you will never face any confusion. Right, so in the same example, if we have 3 players and we have 5 players and we have to select 3 of them and then set the batting order also, this is the number of ways in which you can do it. Right, so things to follow. Different kind of problems we are going to solve based on combination and permutation also, and I'll cover an extensive course covering different kind of problems with permutation and combination. We'll deal with the circular permutation, counting, which is very important topic, and a lot of questions in JEE or CAT and OMET comes from this topic. Grouping is another important topic, distribution and dearrangement. So all these things I'll cover in my coming lectures. Thank you so much.